Hey, what's up, y'all? So I have a moment while I prepare my early lunch at this point, my first meal for the day. But I wanted to make sure that I highlight and express my gratitude for singles because there are a few populations that I think are easily forgotten or are expected to carry a lot of the weight, and it's minorities, men, then also single people. And so, as a single myself, I found it interesting whether I'm single, and especially single with no children, and also I've essentially been single the majority of my life, but there's an expectation that we are to show up. And that's whether it's at work or for our families or for our friends whom have partners and children, or possibly don't have a partner but have children. Now, I respect everybody in their living situation, and some of us do desire to be in a relationship and or to have kids. At the same time, there are also some people who may just be single for the majority, if not for the remainder of their lives. And what I'd like to ask for is that there's reciprocity, meaning, like, because you all think that we have extra time or possibly extra funds, then we could just show up for y'all all the time. It's not always fair to us. Now we'll show up for family, for friends. We're the aunties or the uncles that will, pick up the kids when the parents get tired. We're the community leaders who stay the extra hours late at night, or, come in extra early in the morning because, the kids, we don't have to bring kids to school, or, leave to go to PTA meetings early, or if the kids if we get a call from the kids during school hours, that we don't have to miss shifts mid shift for those reasons. So I understand the practicality, but then also that can lead to us getting burnt out. And so, to be fair, like, my hope is that people will also reciprocate. And the reason I say that is because hopefully you all are in relationships that are not only meaningful but also very supportive. So when you go home at night, even if you don't say anything, your partner can look you in the face and say, "What's up, babe? Like, how was your day?" And you'll get a hug. A lot of singles, like, get pets for emotional support, or a person like myself, no pets, but I will lean into therapy, my own meditation. I hug my pillow. Like, I like body pillows. That's the reason why I have a lot of pillows. Like, because there's something to be said about human connection. Now, a lot of us will find communities with friends, but I'm also fairly new to California. I've lived in California for about 18 months, and I'm always going to different places and trying to meet new people. But, it is what it is, meeting new people and connecting means having a community. And a lot of my community of people who I've been friends with for many years, and when I mean many years, I'm talking about ever since I was like in elementary school. A lot of them are married with kids, and they're also across the country. So it's a plane ride away. It's an entire day trip. Or if they, taking a train or something, a few days before they get to me, which is different than if it was someone I was able to call and they were just, 10, 15 minutes down the road. So I just want to make sure I express my gratitude, not only for those who are really in reciprocal and supportive communities, but that we're also mindful of those who really carry a lot of the burden within their communities. Minority communities, heads of the households, which are not only men, but my hope is that men feel like they have a place in the space where they can really open up and share and not hide their heart, because they have to show up and to be the answer. But then also for single people who are rarely seen as a person who requires support, because we supposedly have the time and the extra funds. And even if we do, it doesn't mean that we always, should be expected, And my hope is that Boundaries are honored, but then reciprocity also occurs. So we acknowledge those who really show up for us in our communities. So y'all have an excellent day.